It's like an ACC team out there.
Yeah,
Do you feel that right now?
for sure. And I think just comparing it to what we had last year, like we're just so far ahead of where we were, which is really encouraging. And this being my 4th year, and like not having been on a tournament team yet, but seeing what they look like up close, I think that like the biggest thing for us this year is staying healthy and then just continuing to build with what we have, because I believe we have enough, which is like obviously it's really fun to play with, and you know we just have all like a returning core that is comfortable with each other, and then obviously bringing the new guys too, the freshmen are all gaining confidence, and then MJ too, just same thing. So yeah, everyone's gelling well together, so it's been fun.
Do you think you personally are going to take a step this year? I know last year you struggled with injuries.
Yeah.
You maybe not shooting as well as you thought.
Trust me, man, I've had to sit with it the whole year, right? And like I can't, because part of me, I try to justify it in different ways, like, oh, I was hurt, and all of that is true. But I think it's just taught me like this sense of resilience, which I think will pay dividends in the long run. Because I know that I can expect more from myself, even if other people aren't expecting that from me. Like I know what I have to offer, and it's been good ever since getting back from injury, like being able to prove that to not only myself, but like to prove all my teammates right. They believe in me, and so yeah, I think that I'm not gonna go out there and tell everyone what to expect. I'm at this point, like words only mean so much, so I'm excited to get on court.
How was the rehab process?
Yeah, it was long, man, really long, and still not like obviously it's just about getting comfortable and keeping stronger and all that. But I don't know how much do I share. Can I share?
So what you feel?
Up to you.
So I was just recently diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, which is actually why I've been in so much pain. And so, like I just didn't know if I should tell y'all or not. But it's like it's something for me that's just like giving me a peace of mind to know like I'm not crazy for feeling what I feel. And so I got diagnosed last Friday, and so I guess this is a week. And so I'm gonna start meds in like a week or so. And they told me like within like a week of starting meds or a week or two, like I should feel as well as I've ever felt. And like because I still have pain, so it's like an everyday thing, just get through practice. But I think like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel kind of, and like I'm just excited to play healthy for the first time since my freshman year. And it's something that people haven't been able to see, and so just something that I think like with the shooting struggles, like just being able to like lose myself in the moment and every day, like I'm really looking forward to that. So.
What was the diagnosis? Are you comfortable sharing?
It's called ankylosing spondylitis. So it's just attacks your joints kind of. So for me, it's like my pubic bone and my back is where it really affects me. So it's just like weight bearing stuff. Honestly, like I don't really get like laying down at night is a little relief, but like as the day progresses, it just kind of gets worse. So I'm just really looking for. And I've tried. So like I feel like I've tried everything. You know, like I've talked to so many different people about like just natural approaches before I knew what the diagnosis was. Lucky for me, like there is like an injection, and it's kind of like a EpiPen where it's just every 2 weeks I just give myself an injection, so it's self-administered. So once I start that, it should relieve the pain. The docs are pretty confident.
What aspects of your game do you think we're going to see a lot more this year, knowing that you guys lost some guys that you're going to have to step up in those roles that they had last year? So what do you think we'll see in your game?
I think that like even though I didn't shoot the ball great last year, like people still view me as that, you know, and I think that just puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And so being able to use my shot to get other people involved, and I feel like I've taken steps in that direction kind of through the preseason, and just being able to like show my past. Like I played point guard all the way up until I got to college, like playing with my brother in high school, and so it's like I feel like I have those skills that are kind of untapped up to this point in college, and it's been good to be able to show, like in Makai's absence, just having a little more freedom to come off ball screens, and then with our new offense too, there's a lot of split action coming off handoffs, and so kind of 1 through 4 is interchangeable, and so playing out of that has been kind of freeing as a player.
I feel like this offense is a lot more catered to your style of play.
For sure, I think that like, and we run really similar to, or we're trying to, what the Kings ran last year, and you just look at their kind of roster makeup, and like for me, my player comparison, like just watching their offense has been Kevin Herter, and like he gets lots of good looks and is able to use like his shooting ability to get to other spots on the floor too and get his teammates involved. And so and we were just, I think, we had a lot of new pieces last year trying to figure everything out. And I think we got more comfortable toward the end, but to have like a whole summer and a whole preseason to kind of put together and like know what our identity is offensively, it's been really good for us. So.
Along those same lines, now that Coach Grant has been here for 3 years, was it sort of a hit the ground running type of thing this year compared to maybe years past?
For sure. And when Coach Grant recruited me, that was kind of his vision. And he said it aligned with me as a player, like this year you might want more than what you're getting, but then like the year after was like when we really expect to take the step. So I think that intrigued me at the time just individually, but as a team, like that's always I think been the focus for him. Was like, not that we couldn't win the past 2 years because we had some big wins, but I think year 3 is like when you really expect to make like that kind of leap. And so it is kind of like the hit the ground running thing. It's something we're excited for.
How exciting is it for you in terms of the retention too, to be able to play with a lot of the same guys that you had on last year's team?
For sure. This is my first. I'll start with like saying this is my first time playing for the same head coach 2 times in a row. So like my freshman year in Cincinnati, my coach got fired, and I played in Cincinnati another year. But it was a whole new staff, lots of new players, and so for me, just the continuity coming in at this year, like playing with like for Coach Grant, and like we running some new stuff, but ultimately the same system. And then like with all the new guys or the same guys as last year too, has been honestly it's just made it really easy and exciting.
More along those lines, you guys are looking pretty. Obviously, it's the next step to make it pretty. Just get offensively, just get all the shots up, make all the shots, get 80 points again.
For sure. I don't think anyone's opposed to not being pretty. You know, like I know that's our take. Like I have the wristband on right now. It's pretty not pretty. But if we can be gritty and pretty, I think that's probably the best of both worlds. And something that I think people can expect. Just better offensive execution. Yeah, I think we're going to be kind of light years ahead of where we were at the start of last year.
Gritty and pretty. Who's the prettiest guy on the team then? Shot or otherwise? I mean, we got to. There's an underlying. I mean, it is media day. We got to have some fun here.
Prettiest guy. I can't talk too loud. But I would say me. I'm going the flow out.
Coach called you Bill Walton, so Bill Walton's pretty.
I mean,
You gonna blow candles out?
I was gonna say probably
Blow candles out?
yeah.
Is the tournament the goal this year for you guys?
For sure, I think that like I've said this in the past couple of days. Like there just seems to be like this sense of like quiet confidence, where it's like we're not going to say because like people from the outside, like I saw we got ranked 12 from the league, and that's fine. Like those rankings don't really matter when the season starts. And like it is just this feels so much different than it did last year because there is a quiet confidence about kind of just everybody. And I think that anything less than that right now feels like we wouldn't hit our goal. So.
All right.
Great.
Thanks.
Thanks, fellas.